Tampa is beautiful this time of year. Warm sun and bright days. Unfortunately for us, tonight is not as bright, but it's still as good as night as any to play some softball. I'm Taylor Storthy alongside Soraya Hernandez doing commentary at the Namoli Family Stadium for University of Tampa softball. In the circle will be Mariah Galehouse, the starting pitcher for the Spartans, who has had the most innings this season and boasts a 0.81 ERA alongside 71 strikeouts. And leading off for the Lynn Fighting Knights is going to be Lexi Butler, the second baseman senior, batting left-handed. First pitch taken outside
is a
on the corner for strike one. So excited that the game is finally able to get underway with all the rain that we've had. Pushed it back from 5:30 now to 7, as that one is going to be taken for ball one.
Yeah, about an hour and a half delay. Oof.
There was a bit of worry that we might not be able to get it done. There are spotty showers throughout the area, and the hope is that we'll be able to finish it. 1-2 count here after a beautiful breaking ball lands in the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, it was a good thing that we had the tarp out so we can continue this game today.
Always takes a while to remove the tarp, and when you get the all clear to remove a tarp, there's the worry. What if it's going to start raining or lightning again when you're removing the tarp? It didn't, so thankfully, play's finally able to go underway. The 1-2 one more time. That's going to be grounded, stays in play. Well, actually, called foul. It looked like Curran was able to get to the ball, but didn't.
Yeah.
The 1-2 for Lexi Butler, who has a 1.67 average for the season. That one's taken high for ball two. Butler doing a good job staying alive, ready with the 2-2.
What a miss. It was either too low or too inside.
A little bit
Couldn't
too.
tell.
I think from here was a little bit too inside, because I think the height was just about right. Also, almost looked like she went around. Here's the 3-2.
Very nice changeup.
Yep. They caught Butler going early, forcing the foul ball.
What a fight by her.
Butler doing a good job to stay alive in the at-bat. Going down 1-2 in the count is never easy, but Butler has been able to fight it full and get some pitches already on Galehouse's arm to try to wear her out for the rest of the game. Tampa usually runs their starters all the way through, so don't expect them to be able to work their way out of Galehouse pitching. And Butler will draw the walk after ball 4 is taken, low and away.
Center fielder number 4, Taylor Scala.
Scala now will come up for the Lynn Fighting Knights. A runner on first. And generally, we expect to see a sacrifice bunt in the situation. Tampa's infield a little more in. We'll have to see if Scala will try to hit. Scala, one of the team's leading hitters, hitting .310 at 100 plate appearances. Pulls it back for ball one.
Let's see if number 4 is going to bunt to keep Butler to go to second.
Have to see. Pulls it away.
Oh.
Almost catches Butler off guard. That's
When-
Lexi Chevalier's quick reaction and pop time right there on display. That one taken strike one.
Yep,
So
way to
Scala-
be aggressive on that.
Scala has flashed the bunt twice. Wonder if she's going to pull away from the bunt or go for it this time. The 1-1. Gets it down. And Galehouse takes the simple out. The 1-3 play. Runner advances to second. It puts it out on the board, but Scala does her job to get the runner up.
Number 21, Amy Gottner.
And now up is Amy Gonmeyer, who this far has had 12 RBIs as that first pitch
Is a ball.
is ball one. So Godmare with a .353 average, .433 on base percentage, and a .424 slugging. one of the better batters for the Fighting Knights, and definitely the batter you'd love to have with a runner on second and a singular out. 1-1 in the count after that foul ball. Fans finally coming in after the long rain delay. That one's going to be a line drive caught. A great play there by Ballmer at shortstop. Throughout the season, we've seen Ballmer with great reactions to make plays. And now Janelle Dominguez, the player with the most at-bats for Lynn, steps up here. And she also leads Lynn in home runs with a whopping 8 on the season and 29 RBIs. 2 outs right here. First pitch taken for strike 1. Dominguez flashes bunt, the 0-1. That's going to be a grounder to Galehouse, and Tampa surrenders a hit that all 3 balls, I think, went into play. None of them were able to lead to a hit. Instead, Lynn gets a runner via a walk, but strands him on second. That's the top of the first, done and dusted. Up next will be the Spartans, ready to go. We'll be right back on Tampa Spartans TV on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Fantone leads off for the Spartans as we are underway, the bottom of the first inning. Tampa surrendered to base runner, but nothing else as the score remains 0-0 to start out. If you're just joining us, you might have wondered, hey, why didn't the game start at 6, or when it was originally also bumped up till 5:30? That's because, well, there was a little bit of rain, you see. The rain is cleared away, so we are still able to play, and Fantone ready to go. In the circle for Lynn is Prickett. So it'll be interesting to see how Prickett does here. First pitch was taken, ball 1. That's going to be a line drive, gets over the infield and into the outfield. A little bit of a bloop single. It does the job.
What a great start for the Spartans, just to hit it in that gap right over the second baseman. What a start.
The perfect start indeed. And the second baseman just playing a little too far in. They might have been expecting a bunt, but Fantone wasn't going for a bunt. She was going for a hit and certainly got one. Runner on first, but now is where you need to bring the infield in, because I don't think there's a single at-bat where I've seen the Spartans not drop the sacrifice with a runner on first and no outs. That one goes out of play for strike 1. The goal, of course, to get Galehouse at the plate with a runner on second. The 0-1 here to Keister. Keister gets it down, and that's a perfectly placed bunt. A step behind for out number 1, but the runner gets the second, which is all that play is intended to do.
Yep. Now we have Mariah Galehouse up to bat, and she's been in that spot for a while. She's been very consistent.
And not just that, Galehouse has had the most plate appearances for the entire team. 127 at-bats, alongside a home run, 15 RBIs, and hitting a .283 average. Galehouse is a dangerous player, and even more dangerous with a runner in scoring position. Spartans would love to get a run on the board early. And Fantone certainly has the legs to bring herself home if any hit into the outfield. The 1-0. Galehouse takes that one, Low for ball 2. This season, Galehouse has also been able to draw 4 walks. Wonder if the cautious pitching could lead to number 5. Galehouse sending that to the outfield. It gets over the outfielder who couldn't make the catch. Fantone's going to go home. Galehouse turning 3.
And a triple is made. Nice job.
And Galehouse puts the Spartans in the lead. A 1-out triple for Maria Galehouse. And it'll bring Curran Minor up. A runner on third. A sacrifice fly would send Galehouse home.
With 1 out. Now Minor, who has the ability to bring Galehouse home.
And Minor this season, 3 home runs and a team-leading 22 RBIs. Minor would love RBI 23, or, if the ball can escape the confines of Namoli Family Stadium, 24. But strike 1 was taken just there by Minor. The 0-1 with 1 away. Spartans lead 1-0. Minor gets under that one. Probably brings Galehouse home. It's caught. The throw home.
She's heading home.
Not in time. So Minor flies out, but the sacrifice does the job. Spartans lead 2-0.
Second baseman number 33, Alexa Russo.
Alexa Russo steps up. 2 outs here after the sacrifice fly. That first pitch is taken well outside for ball 1. One 0 to Russo. Russo's going to get under that one. And Gallardo makes a play in the outfield to end the inning. The Spartans strike twice and lead 2-0 entering the top of the second inning. We'll be right back on Tampa Spartans TV on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us.
And for college sports.
Top of the second inning underway. The Spartans took a 2-0 lead in the first. Now Lynn is trying to get it back. Miller will be at the plate here. First pitch taken. Ball 1. So Faith Miller, 63 plate appearances, 286, 378, and 365 average. That one taken, strike 1. The 1-1 for Miller here. 10 RBIs and 7 walks as well. And that breaker fooling Miller for strike 2. And that's a classic in Galehouse's repertoire. The fake riser that just drops ever so nicely into the zone. Someone reads it well, though. They could take it yard. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Gets away from Chevalier, so the passed ball gets Miller on base. Galehouse still gets the strikeout, but a runner gets on.
Third baseman number 30, Brittany Davis.
So Davis with a runner on first. And that's actually the first time all season I've seen a ball go away from the catcher and get a runner on base. So disappointing for the Spartans, who thought they just had their first out. We'll have to see if Davis wants to drop a sacrifice or put it in play. Davis will drop the bunt on the line.
Minor gets it foul.
For a foul ball. Stayed on the line. Ump decided to rule it foul.
It's a great job that was foul because no one was covering third base. As I saw, Balmer was trying to point out to Minor to go back to third. But Fantone would have gone that.
Yeah. And that's also the danger, too. If you leave third open, the runner could say, hey, there's an open base. Let me just try to get that one, too. And they could have. This time, grounded to Russo, turns it to Fantone at short, and Emily Jansen making sure the throw doesn't go into the opposing dugout. So the fielder's choice will get the first out of the inning, and Davis will be on first.
So no harm done, which is great.
Apart from the one out, no harm indeed, and it could have been worse if the Spartans pulled a double play. The Lynn Fighting Knights would have been disappointed. Now one out for Swiderk. The 1-0 to Swiderk after the first pitch was taken. That one's going to be taken for strike one this time. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out with 1 runner on first. So, on the board, you've got a lot of ones. Let's see how this pitch turns out. The 1-1. Taken. Strike 2, just in the zone. Galehouse would be looking for a second strikeout of the game. The first one, of course, leading to a pass ball. That one's taken just outside. A good try to frame it by Chevalier, but doesn't work out.
Yeah, it was a great idea to hit it, to pitch that ball out of the zone.
Couldn't get the bait this time, but does this time around.
She stuck with the plan to hit it outside the zone, which is great. Now we have 2 outs.
Good command to place it exactly where it's hard to read, to draw the swing and miss for second out of the inning and second strikeout of the game. It also looked like it was about to get in the dirt, but Chevalier keeps it in front. 2 outs with the runner on. Flashes a bunt and misses. Up now, of course, is Ariana Galeotto, who was able to get the final out in the last inning in right field. Galeotto, the 8 batter, drops a bunt that misses.
It's interesting that they're trying to bunt with 2 outs, because you don't really see that, but she must be really fast to get on base with 2 outs on.
Galeotto has been very good on the base paths as well, with 14 stolen bases, so that's probably what they're trying to do. Hedge their bets that Galeotto can run a bunt out. Drops that one down, foul ball, 1-2 now. And we've seen it plenty of times this season. A runner can just bunt the ball and beat out the throw to first. Minor's got a cannon of an arm, not just from being good in the infield, but also from being one of the 3 starters in Tampa's rotation. So, that'll be an interesting battle indeed. Galeotto's speed versus Minor's arm, taken just outside for ball 2.
What a great frame by Chevalier, though. That was a way to have her back.
Over time with the Spartans, Chevalier has been consistently strong at the plate and defensively at the catch position with great framing and a great arm. That one fouled away. The danger, of course, for Galeotto now is any bunt that goes foul is going to lead to an out. That time, swung and just couldn't get it in play. So now there are 2s all around the board with 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In a 2-2 ball game, the Spartans with 2 hits. Fouled away once again. The net preventing France from getting the occasional souvenir. Galehouse looking to work out of the inning. 28 pitches entering the at-bat. So Lynn already giving her a lot of work to do, and this lengthy at-bat will continue to add to that workload. Flashes bunt one more time. The 2-2. Going to get that down to Russo. Makes the play to first. And Tampa retires the side. No hits.
Well,
no
everyone,
runs.
on the break, if you want to go on my Instagram at Shots by Soraya, you can go check it out and give me a follow.
So while we have the second inning break, go ahead, pull out your phones, go on Instagram, and do just that. And we'll be back with the Spartans hitting right after this on the Tampa Spartans TV.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
Alexis Chevalier leading off for the Spartans in inning number 2. Their pitching has been solid so far, and it's given them a 2-0 lead. That first pitch taken just high. Welcome back to Tampa Spartans TV at the Nomoli Family Stadium. Chevalier gets that to the outfield. Can't get down in time. A good running catch there by Simpson to retire the first batter of the inning.
It was a great try to hit in that gap. I thought it was a little too short, but it made it all the way to left fielder.
The goal is to either get it far or get it just enough to get down at the edge of the outfield. That time goes a little too far because Simpson was able to track it down. 1-0 taken just outside now as Emily Jansen steps up. Emily Jansen hitting .204 for the season alongside 6 RBIs. That one's a fly ball. It's in foul territory, it looks like, but a great running catch by Butler to get the second out.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Stephanie Ballmer.
So Stephanie Ballmer now up for the Spartans, and Ballmer's had a pretty good season so far. .117 at-bats alongside 7 RBIs. That one's going to be in the dirt. Ball 1.
Yeah, she has 2 home runs right behind Corinne and is tied with Alexa Russo with home runs, which is really great for her.
The majority of home runs, of course, come on the road because it is hard to get home runs here at the Nomoli Family Stadium. But we have seen some inside-the-parkers before. Notably from Kate DeSimone, getting her first Spartan hit as an inside-the-park home run. A great moment from a very nice season so far that sees the Spartans ranked 9th nationally and likely on their way to some postseason competition. And speaking of postseason competition, tune in this Sunday for U Tampa lacrosse. Men and women's teams are both playing in the next round of the Sunshine State Conference. You can catch those games May 1st, and even later on, you'll see baseball and softball getting ready for the postseason too.
Yeah, if I'm correct, they're both playing Florida Southern, which is it's going to be a good game for sure.
A fun rivalry. That's why you love conference tournaments. Gives you those rivalry matchups with playoff implications. That one's going to be taken for a full count. So Ballmer working the count full. 2 outs. Lynn would love a 1-2-3 inning right here. The Spartans wanted to go with just a little longer for Lauren Fantone. That one's popped up. And Davis in the dugout makes the play.
Wow.
It's a hard ball to read, but Davis brings it down. Spartans go down in order, 1-2-3, and we will be back at the top of the 3rd inning right after this.
It's not about any one thing. It's about how everything comes together, how it all connects. People, ideas, resources, community, everything. Quality of life services. That's what we do. Sodexo.
We are back in the Nomoli Family Stadium. Top of the 3rd underway. Spartans just went down in order. Simpson at the plate, ready to go. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Just a little late. I think Simpson was questioning whether she wanted to swing or not. Decided to when it was a couple seconds late.
Yeah, it seems like she's trying to poke at it on the... There we go.
And that's the type of hit she wanted, but Minor with a heads-up play to get the out.
Yeah, what a great grab by Minor. I don't know if Ballmer were to get that, I think it would have been a second too late. So that's great job by Minor.
Yeah, Simpson did a really good job of trying to run it out, and that was the plan. Just try to use Simpson's speed to get to first. Didn't work that time. So one away in the top of the third. Galehouse facing Butler again. Butler grounds that to Emily Jansen, but it just goes foul. In the first inning, let's see, Butler was able to get on base via walk. That one's going to be taken for strike 2. So Butler, who drew a walk in the first inning, down 0-2, but we've seen Butler work her way out of tough counts before. That one's taken. Strike 3. Galehouse, third strikeout of the game, and that is now 2 outs in the top of the third inning. Stepping up here is Scala, who played a sacrifice bunt last time around. Scala grounds it up the middle, and it's the first hit of the game for the Lynn Fighting Knights. That's hit number 32 of the season, and keeps the inning alive for Godmod. And that was just, I think, a really good play there. Just get it up the middle, out of Galehouse's reach, out of Ballmer's reach, and Russo wasn't going to be able to track that down. So now 2 outs. Swing and a miss, trying to steal second. They got greedy as Russo makes a great grab.
Yeah, what a great grab. I saw Russo slipping a little bit from the dirt, but that was a great job just to keep going on that tag.
So Chevalier is able to gun out the stolen base, and that ends the inning. Lynn goes down essentially in order after a base hit. Tampa still leads 2-0 entering the bottom of the third. We'll be right back on Tampa Spartans TV.
I
am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances.
Mackenzie Allen will lead off for the Spartans. Taken just outside, well, a little more than just outside for ball 1. Allen's had 20 plate appearances, alongside 5 hits and a walk, including an RBI. That one's going to be taken in the inside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, what a great spot by the pitcher just to hit it right in the inside.
It also forced the bunt away, as it looked like that was what Allen was flashing. Allen this time gets under it, a little bit too much under it, not able to replicate the bloop success that Fantone had in the first inning. Instead, it flies right into Simpson's glove. Speaking of Fantone, Fantone is back up, was able to get on base via a bloop single, and came all the way home. One away, no one on. Taken just low. And you can see the third and first baseman very deep right here for Fantone. They're obviously worried about the speed threat that she has posed, although Fantone has only stolen 4 bases and has gotten caught stealing twice.
Fantone is a great person just to have up in the first batting order. She's very just mellow in the batter's box and wow.
And that was a really tough play. Almost made the catch in the circle, but Prickett recovers to retire Fantone at first by about a step. And as you were saying, Fantone will get on base quite often, hitting .301 for the season. But that time, not able to get on base. It looked like a line drive out, but Prickett couldn't catch it. Instead, has to get the throw to first. No put out, just an assist on that play. So with 2 outs, it'll bring Leela Keister up. Keister gets under that one, and it'll get over the infield for a base hit.
Great spot.
Now batting pitcher number 21, Mariah Gilhouse.
That hit by Keister replicated the success that Fantone's first hit did, getting over the more shallow infield.
Yeah, it's like deja vu. Lily on base and Galehouse up to that.
Yep, this time Keister only on first, so the RBI will be a little bit harder for Galehouse. That one's going to be grounded up the middle. Keister turns and stays at 2. Scalaba's ready to try to get the throw to third, so runner stays.
Wow.
Now batting third baseman number 22, Corinne Miner.
Corinne ready to go. 2 runners on and 2 outs. Miner. No results from her plate appearances so far. 0 for 0 today after her first plate appearance. So far, Prickett, 28 pitches entering the at-bat from the circle. Taken.
Just a
Ball
little
1.
too high.
Just, I think, a little bit high. Almost clipped the top corner, but that's enough distance to make that a relatively easy call. But yeah, Miner had an RBI sac fly in the first inning. Sac fly wouldn't do it this time around, but Miner gets ahead 2-0 in the count. Miner had a weekend where she had 3 home runs, but since then hasn't been able to. Wonder if she can get a ball out of the park here at the Namoli Family Stadium. That one's taken outside, ball 3. That looked borderline, but ump rules in favor of the batter this time. And we could see bases loaded for Alexa Russo. The 3-0 now from Prickett. And taken for ball 4.
What a great eye by Corinne Miner. Now it's time for Alexa Russo to step up and score some runs with 2 outs.
A little bit less pressure since the team is already leading, but you'd love to get a little bit of extra run support on the board. And Russo, a pure slugger, is the player that you definitely want with bases loaded. Prickett ready to go. Prickett, my bad. Taken just inside. If that had plunked Russo, it would have brought a runner home. That is 5 balls outside the zone in a row. So obviously Prickett wants to keep that ball not in play at the very least. Doesn't want a hit to occur because that would help the Spartans and hurt the Knights. That one's taken low again, this time in the dirt. So 2-0 now to Russo. On deck is Lexi Chevalier, and a walk would also bring a run home. So that's the worst case scenario, where you give the Spartans a free run. Going to see if Russo goes for the 2-0 right here from Prickett. Ready to fire from the circle.
I think the plan right now is just to stay patient because with Miner she got walked, so hopefully Russo takes that into consideration and just takes her time in the batter's box.
And I think that's the big thing, as we saw taking that pitch, which was called a strike without the hand motion. 2-1 now to Russo. Russo goes for it, and the count goes to 2-2. And it's always good to have a patient start because a 2-2 count is better than a 1-2 or an 0-2 count. Chance to get out of the jam. Bases loaded. 2 away. Russo not wanting to get an unlucky 13th strikeout of the season. Prickett would love a first strikeout of the game. The 2-2. Taken high for ball 3. A good attempt to frame it there by Dominguez, but not able to this time around. Full count. A walk brings a runner home. A strike ends the inning.
Yep.
The payoff pitch. Russo fouls it away. Dominguez can't make the catch in time. That pitch likely would have been a ball, but Russo wanting to stay alive. Only 2 walks this season. The lowest out of any of the Spartans that have 100 at-bats. Next time you see someone with 2 walks is Lily Keister with only 59 at-bats this season. The 3-2. Gets under that one and nearly hits into the light. Someone might need to check their car after that one. We'll have another payoff pitch right there.
This is just so exciting as just a fan because it's a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Like, you can't get any better than that.
And the base is loaded also adds that depth of any ball in play that gets down is going to bring a run or two home. Russo fouling that off one more time. This at bat going a while for Prickett, who's definitely reaching 40 pitches now.
Yeah, with 3 foul balls now. Let's see what Russo does now.
Russo, hard grounder. A little bit foul, though.
She adjusts a little bit, though.
We've had a couple playoff pitches, and we've got another one right here. Russo steps back into the box. In the circle. Prickett kicking some dirt, getting ready. Ready, send, fire. So 3-2. Russo gets under that one.
There we go.
Deep. Oh, it's going to be a home run.
That's a home run. We were just talking about the home run, too, how it's so hard to hit over the fence.
Agree.
Wow.
Yeah, I was even shocked because that did not look like that was going to clear the wall, but it does. The first over-the-wall home run for the Spartans this season.
After 4 foul balls, she hits a straight out of the park home run. This is the first time this season that someone has hit a home run in this park.
Yep, it's Russo's 3rd of the season, and that grand slam puts the Spartans up 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Amazing! Like if you're a fan here, it was just so exciting to see.
Oh, I thought that was going to ricochet off the wall and just bring a couple runners home. No, it brings every runner home, and Russo too. A grand slam, the first grand slam you've also seen for the Spartans at home. So a great appearance there. Get it to full count and end with the best result possible. First pitch taking the Chevalier outside.
You could just hear the ball hit the bat like perfectly. Wow.
Perfect contact, perfect placement. A perfect home run indeed. 1-1 after that pitch is taken for strike 1. That one's taken in the dirt, ball 2. So apart from getting a 3rd home run, Russo now has 24 RBIs on the season, which passes Minor's 23 to now take the lead for the team. Grounded to Chevalier.
What a hard hit.
And going to be able to get on base via error as Davis just can't keep it in the glove. The inning stays alive.
First baseman, number 19, Emily Jansen.
So a bit of a nightmare for the last few bats for Prickett, with Jansen up, hoping to get out of it. Runner off first, 2 away. Taken ball 1, it looks like. Strike 1, late on the hand motion. Last time out, Emily Jansen hit an out.
She hit a out. It was a foul, and the shortstop, the second baseman, got that. So let's see if Jansen can hit and play somewhere in the middle or in the gap somewhere.
That will definitely be the goal. And, yep, the second base player, Butler, was able to catch that fly ball last time. Hoping to avoid the result, but an 0-2 count right here. Fouled away. Count stays alive. The 0-2. Jansen gets it on the ground. Picked up, a step behind, and that'll end the inning.
That was a great job by Davis just to reach out and get that.
A great play by Davis. But the damage was already done by the Spartans, even though they strand a runner. The Russo Grand Slam puts the Spartans up 6-0 as we approach the top of the 4th. We'll be back at Tampa Spartans TV.
Being a champion takes more than skill. More than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown.
NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
Fair leadoff here for Lynn. They've got quite a bit of work to do to get back into this one. Still, that's why we love the game of softball. It's never over until the final pitch. And we still got 4 innings to go at minimum. First pitch here to Godmeyer. Last time flew out. This time will ground out as Galehouse makes a simple play to get to first.
Now batting catcher number 10, Janelle Dominguez.
Janelle Dominguez, a dangerous batter indeed. Not only the strongest for Lynn, with a .336 average, .394 on base, and .611 slugging. Dominguez also has 8 home runs and 29 RBIs. That swing was gunning for the fences, as that ball was well in the dirt. Strike one. The 0-1. Swing and a miss again.
Amazing changeup by Galehouse. She really trusts that pitch.
It's been one of the deadlier pitches she's had all season, and Dominguez, both swings, trying to take that ball yard to recreate what Russo did. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that was basically just the repeat button 3 times in a row. Swing and miss, swing and miss, swing and miss for Galehouse's 4th strikeout of the game. That'll also get her to the 75 strikeout plateau for the season. That one's taken. Strike one. This inning, if Galehouse can retire the batter quickly, would be very quick indeed. Taken low for strike 2 on the edge. This umpire's throwing me off. He's a little bit late on those hand signs, but here's the 0-2.
Wow, that was a close one.
Close. I actually thought that was just inside, but we have a little skewed view just a little bit to the right, so those outside pitches sometimes look a little further inside. The 1-2, though, forces a grounder. Russo makes the play, and the side is retired. Lynn goes down 1-2-3 as the Spartan Bats are back at the plate for the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back in Tampa Spartans TV right after this. So we've got a change at first base. Davis is going to be there. So Danielle Pasquarello will now play at first base. I actually apologize. We're still getting that change all set. But there has been a substitution in the field. And Stephanie Ballmer steps up here. Bottom of the 4th. That pitch taken way high. The riser missing its target just by an inch. Last time Ballmer was up, Ballmer grounded out to 3rd. Flew out to 3rd, actually, as it was a good catch in the dugout. Swing and a miss. Strike one. The 1-1 to Ballmer. Ballmer drops it down. That's a perfect bunt. The throw just in time. And Rubio, a little bit disappointed, pleading, she was safe, give her that one. And I have to say, that's disappointing for Ballmer because I don't think she could have done more on that play. It was simply the perfect fielding play to get her out by a step.
Totally agree. Just the way that the ball just stopped moving, it was perfect.
And that's what you also just always want with a bunt, to get everyone to panic when the ball doesn't roll out farther than the plate. So now, 1-0 here. And her first at-bat, Mackenzie Allen, flew out. Taken, strike one. 1 out, 1 away for number 11. The 1-1. That one's taken low and away.
The last time...
But on that corner for strike two, this ump just continues to fool me. I think he's trying to teach me a little bit of patience when trying to call these balls and strikes. Here's the 1-2. That time it's a ball.
Prickett has been just staying on the outside of the plate for Allen on her at-bats. The last time she hit the ball to left field.
Just trying to keep it in play and keep it from really being a very nice ball to hit, because with 1 out here, Prickett definitely wants to get that second out. After that one's fouled away, the count goes to 2-2. Ballmer, line drive, gets up the middle for a base hit. Prickett once again, the ball right at her, misses the catch by ever so close, maybe an inch or two away from the glove. Fantone steps up with a runner on. Fantone 1 for 2 today. Would certainly love to go 2 for 3 to try to bring another run home for the Spartans. Normally I wouldn't say that's possible from a runner on first, but Mackenzie Allen is pretty fast. We've seen Allen pinch hit and come in as a pinch runner from time to time. 1-0 just taken outside. Fantone, this one inside. Dances on the edge, but just to the right. That one's going to be ball 2. And I'm going to be honest, that was borderline. That might have been a strike. But there were a couple calls that have gone that way. That one's taken in the dirt, ball 3. And with 1 out, we could see Keister come up with 2 on base.
Yeah, Fantone is just being really patient. She's been hitting, the last hit, it was very solid, but just right to the pitcher.
And we'll go on via 4 pitches, and that is going to be the second walk of the game for Prickett. We don't see anyone warming up for Lynn in the pen. Just a quick conference with Dominguez. Keister steps up to plate here. Keister so far 1 for 1 after a sacrifice in the first inning and a hit later on. And we do see a change, and it will be a pitching change. Prickett's day has come to a close, as Lynn will call to the pen. A little bit of a commentator's curse. I said they probably weren't going to, but they actually are. Instead, it's going to be number
24,
Haley Fardnesh has come on. 27 innings pitched with a 4.61 ERA. Hasn't had, or has only had 1 official decision this season, a loss, alongside 12 strikeouts, and a 307 K/7 ratio. The righty will be tasked to take on Lily Keister, and Keister will have the platoon advantage. When you're a left-hander, you love to face a right-handed pitcher. When you're a right-hander, you prefer to face a left-handed pitcher. So as Fardnesh warms up, Keister, of course, has had some great moments this season, but my top moment for Keister had to have been back-facing Embry-Riddle earlier this season, bottom of the 7th, a fly to center field that gets down for a base hit and walk-off to secure Mary Beth Feldman's perfect game. Keister has a chance to get an RBI here with a runner on second and a runner on first with 1 out.
We have great speed all around the bases and even up the batter's box, so this is just perfect with just 1 out.
Any bit of speed can turn any ball into the outfield into a run, and that's one strength the Spartans have had, a secret to their success. As that first pitch is taken, strike 1, 1 away. Here's the 0-1. That one's taken low and outside. Ball 1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got a tip on it, but count will now go to 1-2. And now 2 runners on with 1 out. Keister looking to stay alive here. 1-2. That one's taken high and outside. Ball 2. Two to Keister. Taken again outside, trying to get Keister to go for it. Count goes full with 1 out. On deck, Mariah Galehouse. The worst case scenario would be giving a bases loaded situation to Mariah Galehouse. Keister now ready for the 3-2 payoff pitch. Fouls that away. Bat stays alive. The 3-2 now. Line drive, but into the bullpen.
There's been a lot of just great fights overall, a lot of foul balls from each player.
And this is another at-bat that's going long. The last at-bat that has gone this long, of course, was Russo's that ended with a ball out of the park in the right direction. A line drive and a catch. Nearly turns 2.
Yes, what a great job by Davis, and then just looking up for that next play.
True inhuman reactions there to make the grab. And Davis gets 2 outs here. The 2 runners are still on for Galehouse, but that prevented one of them from going home, because if that got down, I know for a fact that Allen would have been able to get all the way home and score a run. Galehouse taking that one, strike 1. The 0-1. Galehouse ready to go. Grounds out hard to third. This time, kicked off of Davis. Runners stay. So now Curran Minor is going to step up with bases loaded. We've seen it happen before. The last time we had bases loaded.
Yeah, it seemed that Davis her glove, the ball went right under her glove, and then she kicked the ball, and it was just in dead man's land where no one could get it.
Just unlucky because Davis, it looked like she had it, and then just ultimately kicked away after it bounced down. 0-1 taken just a little inside on the corner. So far today, Minor walked and has had a sac fly. The 0-1 here. That's going to be taken low and away. Ball 1. So, Minor yet to have a true result of a plate appearance because the sac fly and walk don't count for a 1-for-1, 1-for-2 situation. That one's going to be grounded to second. Minor can't beat the throw, so the Spartans leave the bases loaded. But in a normal game, that might be a little more stressful. For now, the Spartans still lead 6-0 entering the top of the 5th. We'll be right back at Tampa Spartans TV.
What do you get when you take your favorite food and stuff it inside a pocket of homemade dough? Cooked perfectly until golden brown. It's a mouth-watering empanada from Mr. Empanada. No one makes a better empanada. Take Ted Webb's word for it.
Almost as good as my mom used to make.
Check out our website for a location near you, MrEmpanada.com.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
The 0-0. Taken low and in the zone. Strike one. Galehouse tonight on fire. That was her 50th pitch. 4 strikeouts, a walk, and only a singular hit allowed apart from that. That's a grounder to Balmer. Balmer makes the play look easy. That one took a little weird hop. Sometimes it's hard to judge. Balmer made it look like any other routine ground ball.
I think that was her first play of the night.
She's had actually a couple beforehand.
Oh, really?
I think there was like a line drive and another ground ball. Balmer so far doing a really good job in the field. Not just tonight, throughout the entire season. 1 out, that one taken, strike one. So up here is Swiderk. Carly this season, averaging 2.34, 3.22, and a 3.51. That bunt goes backwards. Count goes to 0-2. We're not fully sure yet, but word around the field is that the game is going to be a doubleheader. We've got inclement weather all weekend, so the goal is, while things still remain clear, to try to get the second game in to limit our workload for Saturday, and hopefully Saturday, because that game could even be pushed to Sunday. In that case, you might need to put on the lacrosse game on the side if both games conflict with each other. That one's going to be taken outside, ball one. Could have been a strikeout looking, but a good eye there for Swiderk, not looking at a strike. And that one taken looked like just a little too high. Otherwise, it looked like it was in the zone. 2-2 count now. Swiderk, a good job staying alive here. 9 walks to 9 Ks this season. Make that 10, of course, with the K she had earlier in the game. Line drive caught by Curran Minor. Just like Davis in the previous inning, an easy catch, and you hear the Sports Center theme over the PA. So, Galeotto ready to go. 2 outs here. Galeotto hitting 241, 397, and 241. 13 walks this season, fourth most on her team. I'm going to stop saying third, fourth, or fifth most because she is actually fifth most. I kept finding other players that had more walks. And that one's not a walk. That's a hit by pitch. She looks okay, and definitely not what you like to see. 2 outs, a runner now on first after the hit by pitch. You saw from Galehouse's reaction it wasn't intentional, just lost command that time around.
Yeah, Galehouse is very just consistent.
So a rare lapse right there. So the umpire, I think, confirming it was a hit by pitch and not a foul, and I think that was pretty clear to see. That, well, there was any confusion about the bat swinging. Certainly not for me. It's pretty clear as day. But now with 2 outs again, we're going to see Simpson up. Last time we had Simpson up, she tried to bunt with 2 outs. This time hits it right on the ground into Chevalier's mitt, strike one. Tips that away, foul ball, strike two. Chevalier would like to get out of the jam right here. It's been one of the more stressful situations for her, only allowing a couple base runners all night. The 0-2 with 2 away. Line drive, drops, picked up by Gilhouse, and the side is retired. A runner gets aboard by a hit by pitch, but that is all. And what's funny for Galehouse, she's allowed a single hit, a single walk, a single pass ball for a runner to get on base, and a hit by pitch. So everything you normally see for a batter to get on base has actually happened. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th right after this.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us and for college sports.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. Incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
We are back in Nemoli Family Stadium, and leading off for the bottom of the 5th, Alexa Russo. And last time Alexa Russo was at the plate, she took it high, she took it far, and it was a grand slam. Russo brought out the bread, rye, and mustard for Grandma and made a grand salami. The first home run to leave Nemoli Family Stadium's high walls turned out to be a grand slam sandwich. I'll quit it with the Niehaus fun puns right there, as that pitch is taken for ball 2. Russo ahead in the count. Of course, Dave Niehaus, one of the greats of baseball commentary. 2-0 here to Russo. .3-0 here to Russo. So no surprise to see very cautious pitching to Russo here. That one, however, that riser that turns to be a breaking ball, lands in the zone for strike 1. That one fouled away. Strike 2. 3-0 turns to a full count of 3-2. That home run earlier got Russo equal in home runs this season with Curran Minor.
It's just so funny how we were just talking about it before.
And now she's up again. The Spartans are able to get through the order pretty quickly. That one's high, not far enough this time. It'll be the first out of the inning. I think that one got higher than the first one. We were both surprised in the booth because we normally expect a home run to take a little bit more air, but that one was true exit velocity central to get over the wall. This one, a little better of a launch angle, but not enough distance. Now up is Lexi Chevalier, who for the night is 0 for 2, having advanced earlier thanks to an error. That first pitch taken, strike 1. Looked a little inside, but just on the edge of the zone. Chevalier this season with 33 hits. Would love number 34. That one essentially rolls on the dirt for a little. Ball 1. Chevalier still getting some more practice swings in, getting ready to go. The 1-1. That's going to be a pop. That's going to get caught by Davis. 2 away.
Yep, she just got jammed a little bit. But now it's Jansen with 2 outs just to help the team out.
At this point, you don't need to do a lot to help. Just keep the inning going, and if you score another run, It's pretty fun. Obviously, there's still time for Lynn to come back, but the Spartans with a pretty secure lead for now. Emily Jansen nearly plunked. That was a dangerous pitch inside. We're seeing Bardinesh from the circle attacking players to the inside, trying to get those jam pop-outs, like the one we just saw from Chevalier. The 1-0. Grounded hard to first, and that'll end the inning. Spartans go down in order, top of the 6th, right after this.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
What a play by Minor, and misses the tag.
Jansen is saying that she tagged the runner before she made it on base, but the umpire's not agreeing with that.
Yeah, that was an interesting play, and what a way to come right back to that. Firstly, after that little hit, great grab by Minor to keep it from getting to the outfield. Fired to first, and Emily Jansen thought she got the tag off as the throw pulled her off the bag, but missed the tag or just didn't get it in time. The umpire pointed to the bag, so leads me to think that the runner reached first just in time before the tag. So runner is now at first with one on. Chevalier picks that up. They're going to call it foul, but that would have been a double play right away.
Yeah, great throw by Chevalier.
So the 0-1 here. Drops the bunt, goes foul. So not a surprise to see Scala trying to get the runner forward. Scala has had the only hit of the game for Lynn. Lynn, of course, one hit and also has gotten on thanks to that Tampa error. That one's going to be grounded to Minor. Gets the first out at second. It'll just be a fielder's choice. One out, runner off first.
Now batting PP, number 17, Danielle Pasquarello.
Danielle Pasquarello has stepped in here. Pinch hitter in the middle of the order. First play appearance for her this game. 9 hits in the season, but 5 RBIs. So she's been able to bring some runs home in some clutch situations. This would be another one if she can get that runner from first all the way around. First pitch taken, ball 1. Galehouse entering at bat on 65 pitches. Here's number 67 with the 1-0 count. That one's taken in the dirt. Didn't go around fully, so 2-0. Double checks with the ump at first. Held up just in time. The runner on Scala. A stolen base threat. Have to see what happens with 2-0. Fouled away. 2-1. With the current scoreline, the Fighting Knights are going to want to become more like Moon Knight and rule the night. Now with the runner on, a situation to try to break the game open. 2-1, swing and a miss. Pasquarello was trying to go for the fences this time. Now 2-2, Galehouse looking for her 5th strikeout of the game. Ready from the circle. Swing and a miss, down looking. Down looking, swing and miss. That is not what I should have said. Down looking off of the fake riser. The changeup gets Pasquarello. 2 outs there and strikeout number 5 for Galehouse. That one's going to be taken. Ball 1. So up here, Dominguez for... It is a pinch hitter. We're actually not sure who this pinch hitter is. We apologize to viewers at home. Our list wasn't given from anyone who number 19 was. That one's fouled away, 1-2. This batter could be making a debut. So it's Bailey Fernandez, actually, wearing the number 19 jersey this time. Fernandez, 7 RBIs. Runner going for second, but it doesn't matter. She already struck out to end the side. The inning is over. They get a base runner, but can't do anything with it. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th.
It's not about any one thing. It's about how everything comes together, how it all connects. People, ideas, resources, community, everything. Quality of life services. That's what we do. Sodexo.
We are back in the Moley Family Stadium, and Alyssa Carfora has come in as a pinch hitter for the Spartans. Here for the bottom of the 6th to lead off.
Pinch hitting for the Spartans, number 99, Alyssa Carfora.
So Carfora this season, coming for multiple pinch hit appearances, and has gotten 2 hits. That first pitch taken low. Ball 1. The 1-0 to Carfora. That one's taken low. Ball 2. The sky has turned fully dark blue now, as we are in night, and we might have 7 innings after this. So, stay tuned on on Tampa Spartans TV. 2-0 to Carfora. That one's taken high. Ball 3. Carfora could get a second walk of the season right here. Bardinesh would have the first true outcome of the game. That one's going to be taken in the zone. Strike 1. 3-1 here to Carfora. On deck, Mackenzie Allen, but we'll wonder if the Spartans will once again pull out a pinch hitter. Taken in the dirt. No, strike 2. That one looked a little low.
I agree. That was very low.
So we'll have to see what happens now. 3-2. The payoff pitch. That's a ground ball. Picked up at second. Carfora beats the throw by a step. Great play by Baller to get to it, but the throw just not in time. Carfora gets on base.
Coming to the plate for the Spartans. Right fielder number 11, Mackenzie Allen.
Mackenzie Allen, a runner on first, no outs. The game script usually for the Spartans is to lay down a sacrifice. We'll see what happens right here. Allen
going in for the bunt.
Pulls back. Ball 1. Spartans still lead 6-0 and have the chance to go up by 7 with a runner on first. Third base player already in. So is the first base player. Pulls it away again, ball 2. Allen doing a good job of pulling away to keep ahead in the count. Now has already worked a nice hitter's count, 2-2. A little bit of pressure from the circle there from Fardanesh. Definitely don't want to go 3-0 with a player who you know is only trying to do a sacrifice bunt. 2-0 right here. Pulls it away one more time. And this time, ball 3.
That is a great job by Allen, just to keep watching where the ball's going and pulling back on her bunt.
And doing that gets in the mind of the pitcher who's trying to get a bad bunt by placing the ball outside the zone. But Allen pulling back. Allen pulls back this time, and it's a 4-ball walk that gets the runners to first and second with no outs for Lauren Fantone, who's got to hit this game.
Now batting for the Spartans, left fielder number 8, Lauren Fantone.
And Fantone, if she's able to get on, could load the bases or get an RBI. Fantone already had a single, has a walk, and grounded out. Fantone ready for the 0-0. Pulls it away, was also looking for a sacrifice, ball 1.
This is about the 5th bunt in a row, and the pitcher is just unable to get that strike.
Spartans still flashing it right here. This time gets it down. Not picked up cleanly. Runner's actually going to go home on the wild throw. So what looked like it almost was an out at first was actually dropped. So the Spartans now lead 7-0 with runners at the corners, no outs. That is an RBI for Lauren Fantone as it brings up Lily Keister with 2 aboard. As I said, you only want to advance the runners on a bunt. Fantone gets an RBI, scoring a runner from second.
Best of both worlds right there. Now it seems like there's going to be a runner a batter. Kate DeSimone is going to...
Yeah, Kate DeSimone stepping in. We know one time Kate DeSimone stepped in as a pinch hitter. Hit a flare out to right field. It got down, and DeSimone turned on the Jets and turned it all the way home for an inside-the-park home run. Safe to say that might not happen here. That pitch is going to get in the dirt, ball 1, and a runner gets to second, so now there's no use in a sacrifice bunt. You don't need to put a sacrifice to get the runner to second. Just pull out just in time. 2 runners on.
I think Allen had a hard time seeing if the ball was farther away from the catcher than it actually was. It was pretty far, but I think Allen just wanted to be safe.
Sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry, especially in a great situation like this. DeSimone takes that one. Strike 1, just on the inside corner. On deck, Maria Galehouse, but I have to wonder if Galehouse will be pinch hit for as well. Spartans do sometimes want, in a game where they have a comfortable lead, to get in some other UT bats. That one's going to be taken a little bit low, just outside for ball 2-1. 2-1 with 2 runners on. That's a line drive in the outfield. Gonna get in the gap and get behind. 2 runs will score. DeSimone's gonna turn and go 3.
Wow.
The throw into third. DeSimone with a triple. The Spartans lead 9-0.
Oh, that's ball game.
And that is it. The run-ahead rule. Game 1 ends in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Spartans come out on top.
What a great job by Kate DeSimone as being the pitch hitter. Sorry about that.
So Spartans with a very unconventional walk-off. They take the win in Game 1. We'll have to see. We might have Game 2, so definitely stick around. But the Spartans will take home the victory there. It was 6 innings of work from Maria Galehouse. 1 hit allowed, so a great outing for her. Meanwhile, 2 pitchers for Lynn, and not the best night for them. But the Spartans take Game 1 of the 3-game series in the Sunshine State Conference against the rival. For now, the Spartans are going to be able to improve. So we'll be right back. We'll give you an update on whether Game 2 is coming right after this.